Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NHIAA Division I Baseball here on Memorial Day. Manchester Public Television proud to broadcast Division I Baseball between the Trinity Pioneers and the Spaulding Red Raiders. My name is Kyle Heavey, coming at you for this marvelous Monday. It has finally changed to a beautiful spring weather day, and we're excited to see what will happen with Mason Ellison doing the pitching here for the Pioneers. And Trinity has been on a tear as of late, 11-3 record, winning 7 in a row, while Spaulding comes into this game with a 5-9 record. But some of their wins have been impressive, including a 2-1 victory over the Exeter Bluehawks on Saturday. And first pitch here from Mason goes for ball one. Batting for the Spaulding Red Raiders is Trevor Cormier. And Trevor, we saw back on April 28th when Spaulding came here to Manchester to face off against the Central West Knights. And Trevor had a tough day, going 1 for 4. So we'll see what he can do here. But Trevor ahead in the count, 3-0. Doing umpiring for this contest behind the plate is Mr. Jacob Buda. And out in the field is Kevin Bolduc. And a strike called there. So Mason kind of having a little bit of nerves here, starting to get things going, but he'll be fine as he is the ace for this Pioneer squad. But a 5-pitch base on balls allows the first runner for Spaulding to get on, and we'll see what they can do with that. Now batting will be none other than Owen Nesbitt, and Owen, a lefty, will certainly try to slice one down the first base line. Owen hit in the 2 spot that game as well and went 3 for 4. So he is a huge part of this Red Raiders lineup here, and see if he can do anything as Mason kind of takes a step towards first base. Game time start was 1:02 p.m. on this Memorial Day. Obviously, the weather has been a issue here for this spring season, and now we are into the final week. Trinity will have 4 games in a row, and ball gets away but not able to move up. Doing the catching duty here is Hunter Henderson, who has been a stallmate behind the plate for this Pioneer squad throughout this season. Trinity will face Concord on Tuesday. Then they'll face the likes of Central West on Wednesday and Memorial on Thursday. So a lot of home cooking here in Manchester, even though they'll be facing some of the Manchester teams. Fastball that is called a strike, going for a 1-1 count to Nesbitt. Around the infield here, Cal Lucier doing the first base duty. Chris Santorino at second base. Nolan Levine at third base. And the ball gets away there from Cal Lucier and goes a long ways. So able to move up is Cormier to second. So now a runner in scoring position here for the Red Raiders. And that's the issue here with Gill Stadium. The ball can travel a long ways. And now Mason kind of trying to get himself squared away. Connor Hurley doing the shortstop duty here. He's going to stay behind the runner. Now a little slice down. Going to go a long ways, see if it gets through. It gets by and goes all the way to the Maple Street fence, where someone from the Pioneer squad will go out and get that. Looks like it's Levi Locke doing the duty there. So thank you, Levi, for running out to get that baseball. So a 1-2 count. And gets him waving, and that will be strike 3. So a big first out right there for the Pioneers. Still Spaulding with a runner in scoring position. And now it'll be Michael Jeffrey. Jeffrey has moved up in the lineup since that April 28th day. He was hitting in the 5-hole that day, and now he is hitting from the 3 spot. And we'll see what Jeffrey can do here. Always tough with a two name, as you can say. Jeffrey was able to get on base 3 times that cold day. Mason falling behind 2-0 is a count. Henderson gets the sign. Outside, great stop right there by Hunter. Can't allow that to get to the backstop. That'll easily allow Cormier to move up 90 more feet. Trinity has had a very interesting season. Has played in 3 different locations. Their home fields up there in Dairyfield Park. They've also played at the Fisher Cat Stadium and also here at Gill Stadium. A 3-1 count now. And another base on ball. So with 1 down, the Red Raiders have runners at first and second. And now going back to the left side of the batter's box will be Bryce Bushway. Bryce, very talented. Also plays first base. Today getting the DH role as he will be hitting for Aiden Auger, the pitcher. First pitch from Mason goes for strike 1. Ball very far outside. What a job by Hunter here so far. He's got a long wingspan, and it's coming in handy here with some issues in this top of the first inning. 1-1 count. Fouled. Hunter had no idea where it was. Thought it was up in the air. It actually rolled down towards the Trinity bench. So we'll see if Mason able to get his second K. Has Bushway on the ropes here. A 1-2 count. Did not go chasing. Hunter gives him some love on that location, but just did not get the call. 66 degrees today here on this, again, the 26th of May. Wind gusts really not too badly here. Fouled back. 6 miles per hour coming from the northwest side, so left field in. So there won't be a lot of home run balls out towards left field today with the wind coming in. Again, 2-2 count. And swing and a wave, and that will be strike 3. So it's been walk, strikeout so far in this top of the first. And Mason trying to get himself out of a jam, but it will be none other than Brandon Scammon who will be up to bat. Big spot here from the 5-hole. This is for a ball. Brandon did not play in that April 28th game versus Central West, so don't know much about what he brings to the team. He's going to ground one here. Connor Hurley's going to have to rush. The throw is a low one, and the call is an out. Cal Lucier with a stretch beyond belief, and it helps the Pioneers get out of a jam with the third out. So we've played through 1. We had 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 ground ball out, and the Pioneers able to get out of jam. And now we'll see what their bats can do. We'll have the likes of Ollie Service, Tristan Lucier, and Logan Whitney due back here on Manchester Public Television. Aiden Auger will take the mound here for the Red Raiders, trying to do some work here to this powerful Trinity Pioneer lineup, and we'll see what Aiden can do. Again, not hitting today as he is being DH'd for, and now he'll see what Ollie Service can bring. Ollie playing out in the right field today. Didn't get to the outfield on defense to explain who is where. Takes a first pitch inside. For Spaulding, they'll have the likes of playing Aiden Locke will be the catching. So the Aiden combo here, pitcher-catcher. That's going to be a fun one to say. Another pitch inside. Going around the infield, Owen Nesbitt will be the first baseman. Trevor Cormier plays second. Ty Lindsay plays third base. At shortstop, Colby Lambert. We'll wait for this next pitch, a 2-0 count. He cranks one. Very foul. Michael Jeffrey will be doing the left field duties. Alex Locke will be center field, and doing the right field duty will be Brandon Scammon. 2-1 count to Ollie Service. And he's going to send one that's going to drop down, and a single for Ollie gets the Pioneers going in this bottom of the first inning. Able to just loop that one right over Ty Lindsay at third base and land it perfectly in front of Michael Jeffrey. So Ollie able to get things going. And now the left-handed hitting Tristan Lucier. We'll see if he could do the same thing. Ollie's got some speed at first. They're certainly going to keep an eye on him. Inside, goes for a ball. Auger shaking off Locke a lot, and now the Jacob Buda, the home plate umpire, calls timeout, and the Aidens will meet to discuss what they want to do, what they're seeing, what they're thinking. Do they try to get Tristan to go chasing? Or do they go stick to the inside like they did on the first pitch that went for a ball? From the stretch. Hits the outside corner for a strike. So 1-1 count here. Hits the outside corner again for strike two. Good amount of fans here at Gill Stadium today. We had our statistician count about 88 fans down there today. So not bad for a Monday Memorial Day. Obviously, thank you to all those that have served. Now sent up in the middle, and this will drop down. So back-to-back singles. Service will smartly stay at second base, but the Pioneers are hitting well. And the first two hitters able to get hits, and now it'll be up to the designated hitter and Logan Whitney. Logan is hitting in place for Mason Ellison today, and he's got a strong bat. Again, wins not good for pull hitters like Logan here, so we'll see what he can do to at least try to bring in a run as the Pioneers looking to do some damage here in this bottom of the first. Logan, huge part of this Pioneer squad for the past few years. Takes a pitch down low for a ball. So Pioneers doing a good job of getting ahead in the count and then coming back and finding a pitch that they like. We'll see if Logan does the same thing. And now the Aidens meet to discuss things again, as they just do not seem to be on the same page. And you don't want to let the Pioneers get ahead. Again, 11-3 record. And they're looking for win number 12 to start off their busy week. Logan with an Easton bat. Primed and ready to go. Auger with a pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. This could be a 4, 6, and not able to get the 3, and now Ollie will come around and score for the Pioneers, and they will take a 1-0 lead here with a fielder's choice as Tristan Lucier was out on the play. Logan Whitney will get credit with the RBI, but the ball just was not able to be thrown cleanly over to first base for Owen Nesbitt. And now Connor Hurley will come up with just one down and see what he could do from the left side of the plate as well. First pitch is a swinging and the head first slide by Whitney, and he is in cleanly for a swipe of second. So not sure if that was a hit and run that was put on or what, but Connor just did not get a hold of it and swung for strike one. So, but still, Whitney with some speed at second. Good sized lead. Outside, called a strike. Connor did not like that call at all. Two strikes on the hockey captain. Just misses outside. Smart pitch right there by Aiden Auger. Slow curveball. Timeout quickly called there. Connor waiting patiently for the pitch. Look back a second. Now to the plate. Just misses again. And you can see Auger thought he was getting himself a strikeout as he kind of took a couple steps towards the dugout. But Jacob Buddha says no, and the count now goes to 2-2. Inside, and the count now full. 3 straight pitches outside the strike zone, and Hurley, with first base open, would like to get himself on base. Auger trying his best. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And called strike 3. Connor Hurley had already tossed his bat in preparation for a walk to first. Instead, he'll take a walk to the dugout and will certainly be a little bit frustrated with that strike 3 call. But now 2 down, and the Spaulding Raiders trying to get out of this dilemma here. Logan Whitney still at second base, and we'll see what Tristan Hasselbeck can do. And the throw to second, and Whitney is going to be caught in a rundown to third. Now back to short, and they're going to tag him, and that will do it for the inning. 2 singles and a fielder's choice allows the Pioneers to take a 1-0 lead, but it'll be Spaulding looking to answer as we return for the top of the second after this. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup here for the Spaulding Raiders as Colby Lambert will look to start things off with a check swing that holds off, and it goes for a ball 1. Very close there. Lambert, the center fielder, the shortstop, had himself a easy inning there. He did have that one throw off on a near 4-6-3 double play, but it ended up working out with getting Logan Whitney out, and it was not able to hold back on that one, and it goes for a strike. So back-to-back pitches from Mason Ellison has Lambert fooled here, and he'll try to get things figured out here with now a 1-2 count. Holds off. Ball gets away from Hunter Henderson, and he'll take a walk over to get that, but Jacob Buda will give Mason a new ball, and with a 2-2 count, Mason looking to get his third K of the day here. Colby Lambert used to be hitting from the 4 spot, has dropped down in the lineup a little bit. Was able to score twice on that April 28th game. Reached on an error in the first, and then also on a fielder's choice, but it was an RBI. And strike 3. Colby can't believe it, but Mason is relieved as he gets his third K and gets the ball back to see what he can do versus Ty Lindsay. A lot of right lefts here from Spaulding, and Mason comes quickly with a first pitch strike. And a back-to-back, this time swinging. And Ty has himself in a little bit of a jam here. Strong wind gust from right field here. Oh, he goes swinging, and Hunter with the tag, and back-to-back Ks, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 2 outs now for the Pioneers. Well, Mason, after getting a little wild there to start off this game, has really squared away, and he seems like he has a lot of adrenaline going through his veins right now as he has taken a number of walks around the mound, and now he'll see what he can do up against Aiden Locke. Aiden, the catcher, obviously knows the strike zone at this point pretty well, and he'll see what he can do from the 8 spot. Does not hold his swing and goes for strike 1. Mason delivers fastball that hits the plate and goes past. So Locke able to go ahead in the count. Spaulding does not have a hit so far through the first inning and 2/3. They do have a couple base runners thanks to some base on balls, and now Aiden Locke looking to get himself a base on balls now with a 3-1 count. But it's a hitter's count. We'll see if he swings away. It's a strike right down the middle. Three balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it off of himself. Seems to not be fazed by that. Nothing worse than fouling a pitch off your ankle or your foot. Certainly does not feel nice. We'll do it again. And popped up in the air. Connor Hurley ranging back. Now he's going to give it away. And caught out there for the 3rd out is the always durable Tristan Lucier. And that will do it for the top of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 3 up, 3 down. And the Pioneers will see what they can do with their bats in the bottom of the 2nd after this. Tristan Hasselbeck back in the batter's box after being the last batter in the 1st inning. He'll be the first batter in the 2nd inning, thanks to Logan Whitney being tagged out after getting himself in a pickle. So we'll see what Tristan can do from the 5 spot. Obviously, saw a few pitches already from Aiden Auger, so we'll see if he learned a little bit that first time. Tries to check his swing, unable to, and count now 1-1. Tristan, special player here for the Pioneers. Does a great job in center field and looks to see if he can send one out to center field, but tips that one into the mitt and is now down in the count, 1-2. Got to be careful here. Auger looking to get his 2nd K. A little ground ball that will be taken by the 3rd base coach. Good range right there by Coach Matt. Count stays 1-2. The Aidens working to work together here. Setting up outside. Just a little bit too far out, and now count goes 2-2. A lot of signs given here. Auger got to go for the fastball. And this is going to be sent out into center field, and that will go for a single. And got to wonder if what the catcher was given might have worked, but it was Auger who wanted a pitch and able to send it out for another single. And the Pioneers looking to do more damage. Already leading this game 1-0. And now it'll be Cal Lucier who will try to do his best from the left side of the plate. Quick throw there. And obviously, Trinity does not want to get themselves in trouble again on the base paths. Logan Whitney, who had a stolen base, but just had too far of a lead and was not able to outrun, getting himself into a rundown. First pitch fouled up, and this will be out of play for that ball. Will certainly roll off the roof here, and they'll be able to get that on the back side of Gill Stadium. So that we'll see that baseball again. But a long strike one for Cal. And now a little check at first base. Pioneers certainly look like they are trying their hardest to get under the skin of Aiden Auger. Gets the sign and see if Cal can swing away. He pops it high up in the air. The sun and the wind could be a factor here. And calling for it smartly is the left fielder for the first out. So took a lot of work, but Michael Jeffrey thankfully said, "Let me have it, guys," and was able to catch that cleanly. And so now with one down, we'll see what the third baseman and Nolan Levine can bring to the Pioneers. Nolan hitting from the 7 spot. Taking off. The throw down will not be in time. A headfirst slide. And Hasselbeck able to move up 90 feet. And now gets himself in scoring territory. The pitch was a ball. So able to move up in the count is Levine. Auger gets the sign. Sent out to right field. Hard hit, though. The throw will come. They're going to send him home. The play will be an out. Thrown out. What a throw from the right fielder. Able to do his thing and do it well. What a throw from Scammon. And now there are 2 down. Again, I could notice that it was a hard hit ball. You don't know what type of arms these players might have. And obviously we know that the right fielder has a good one. And gunned down in the plate is Tristan Hasselbeck. But able to move up to second is Nolan Levine. So still with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. Kind of getting in his head is Aiden. So Nolan will be credited with a single. And it was able to move up on the throw. So at least he gets himself a hit here. But Hunter Henderson here would like to get himself an RBI now. And the throw to Cormier. Not easy to spin around and try to throw accurately to second base. Aiden Auger trying his best to keep Levine at bay. Throw as a ball, so count goes to 1-1. Hunter Henderson obviously knows this strike zone well. Both catchers hitting from the A spot today. Aiden Locke, who flew out to left field. We'll see if Henderson does the same thing. Called a strike, so 1-2 count, and Henderson, who had attended Campbell before coming here, will try to send one away. The Aiden's squaring things up here. And the throw. See if they're going to do the same thing that they did to end the first with getting a player in a rundown. Levine playing a little mind games here at second base. Again, Henderson down in the count. The throw just in. Able to get himself a stolen base is Nolan Levine. The pitch was inside. It was a tight one there as Henderson did not swing away, and he gets a ball two. So the count now 2-2. So now just a pass ball could create another run for the Pioneers. Already leading 1-0. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Bottom of the second. A little ground ball. Going to be taken. Not handled cleanly, but the throw is in time for a 6-3 putout. So Colby Lambert wanted to make sure that he had that ball cleanly in his hand before gunning it and is able to get Hunter Henderson out. So after a couple singles, the Pioneers unable to score a run. We'll be back with the top of the third with the Spaulding Red Raiders, the 9-1-2 part of the lineup. Back with more after this. Mason Ellison and the Trinity Pioneers looking to go for another 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the third. And first pitch outside for ball one. And he'll be facing Alex Locke, the center fielder. Locke takes strike there. And a big swing from Alex and a big whiff. Count goes 1-2. Allison tried to get him chasing, but not falling for it. Mason has strikeouts, two of them each in the first and in the second for 4 Ks. Looking for his fifth. Oh, called strike 3. And Alex Locke disagrees, but Mason Ellison appreciates the call strike 3 and gets his 5th K and one down here in the third. And now we'll be facing the top of the lineup in Trevor Cormier. Trevor was able to reach on a base on balls and takes a first pitch for a ball. Trevor pops one high up in the air. Kind of a fight for it at second base, coming in and finally able to get that. So nice play right there by Chris Centurino. Haven't said his name yet because he has not batted yet in this game. And that was really just the first time he's had a play at second base. So Cormier goes down with a pop out. And now we'll see what Owen Nesbitt can do. Owen was the first strikeout for Ellison in that first inning and is down in the count 0-1. Nice stop right there by Henderson, able to kind of have that just pop into his mitt. Nesbitt does have a great bat, though. Again, sends one out into right field, coming in and making the easy catch. I thought off the bat it was going to go pretty far, but Ollie Service says, nope, I have it, coach, and that will do it. So another 1-2-3 inning. The Pioneers leading it 1-0. We'll see the 9-1-2 part of the lineup for them as well right after this. After making his name be known with catching a pop-out, Chris Centurino will get his first chance at the batter's box here in the bottom of the third inning. Pioneers leading this game 1-0. And first pitch to Chris is a ball. Looks like it might have been just a little bit outside. But Chris, busy man with the hockey in the winter, baseball in the spring. Takes a inside pitch this time, so is able to jump ahead in the count. 2-0. Not an easy day for pop-ups with this sun coming down. And now Chris pops one up. Will this drop down? It will not. And the Spaulding Red Raiders is able to get the first out thanks to the good glove of Brandon Scammon. Scammon having himself a quiet little day out there. Able to gun someone down, has caught a couple of fly balls. So now we'll see what the top of the lineup will do in Ollie's service. Ollie is 1 for 1, has that single and has the lone run thanks to a fielder's choice. And first pitch is a strike. Ollie certainly had that big catch to end the top of the third here. Lets that one go for a ball. Aiden looking for another strike. Just misses. Two balls, one strike. A ground ball to third, and it gets past, and this will go out to left field. He takes a hard turn around first and is able to slide into second. Give that man a double, and Ollie's service is doing it well for the Trinity Pioneers after what looked like a play to Ty Lindsay at third base, but Ty just had it bounce past him, and with Ollie's speed, he was able to just move up to second. And now we'll see what Tristan Lucier can do. Tristan has himself a single as well. 1 for 1. Ajer takes a step back. Now on the mound from the stretch. Inside, just misses. Ken Spaulding with one down. Looking to play some defense here and taken off. The throw is a good one. Let's see what they call it. He is safe. The ball popped out of Ty Lindsay's glove. And now Ollie's service just 90 feet away from scoring for his second time and has himself a stolen base. Lucier now looking to get himself into RBI. He's going to pop one that's going to end up on the backside of the grandstands here. Again, about 90 people here. I know that there's some Memorial Crusaders out here. There's fans, friends, that even the girls lacrosse team for Trinity who are playing at 4 o'clock are here as well. Now fouled towards Sweeney Post. That's going to go a long way. Nearly hit that car. Nothing worse than driving down the street and having a baseball come at your car. But now 2-2 goes to a full. Lucy, you're being very patient here. And Aiden Auger, again, with just 1 strikeout so far in this contest. And he misses with a ball 4. So for the second time in this game, Tristan able to get on base as well. And now runners will be at the corners for Logan Whitney. A little deja vu here. Let's see if Logan can get himself another little RBI here. Obviously, you'd like to have it a clean way this time instead of hitting into a fielder's choice. Let's see what they do with Tristan here on this first pitch. He's got a decent-sized lead at first. Aiden delivers and taken off first pitch. The throw was a trickery. It was not meant to actually go to the base. Trying to get Ollie Service running home. And that goes for a stolen base for Tristan Lucier. So he is now in scoring position as well. And Logan Whitney has first base open. See if Spaulding walks him. They're going to go for it. And Logan falling behind the count. 0-2. Logan Whitney. Got to protect here. Pitch just upstairs. Logan wearing number 13. Has 1 run up on the board. With a single, will get 3. It'll be 1-3. And is unable to catch up to that fastball. And you can see the frustration as he holds the bat up to his eyes. And now 2 down. And it will be the likes of Connor Hurley trying to get some more runs here for the Pioneers. Connor was victim of the first strikeout in the first inning. I'll see if he can get himself some runs batted in. First pitch is a foul-tipped first strike. And allow a little discussion here with Jacob Buda and Coach Matt. Aiden, comfortable now. Now a little ground ball. This is going to get over. It's going to be a tough play by Cormier. He gets into first, and he's safe. Ollie Service was able to come around and score for the second time. So an infield single here by Connor Hurley gets himself an RBI. And now runners again at the corners for the Pioneers. Just a high chopper that was able to get over Aiden Auger. And we'll see what Tristan Hasselbeck can do. With, again, 2 down. Pioneers now leading this game 2-0. And Hurley does have some speed to see if he takes off on the first pitch as well. He does. And now sent out into center field. Ranging back. Going a long ways. It's going to get over his head. This is going to be all the way to the fence of the warning track, able to score another run. And look at this, a stand-up triple here brings in 2 more. And the Pioneers now lead this contest 4-0. Wow, playing a little too shallow there was Alex Locke, and he has that go over his head. And now going to have a discussion here as the coach of the Spaulding Raiders comes in and wants to get things settled down after 3 runs come across with 2 outs and a hit and run to perfection for the Pioneers as they take a 4-0 lead here in the third, and still a runner just 90 feet away with just a solid hit ball to center field. Allows Tristan Hasselbeck to get himself 2 RBIs, and now Jacob Buddha is going to come out to discuss things with the Red Raiders, who, again, have had luck here with a victory already in the year, but this is a different team here, this Pioneer squad, than Central West, and they will look to continue things, and now Cal Lucier will come up to bat. Cal is 0 for 1 after flying out to left field. Takes a look over at third. Does Aiden Auger. A swing and a miss. Outside corner. Oh, 1 count. Now it comes inside, and back-to-back strikes here. Looks like it's a perfect time to make that timeout to get things squared away. As now Lucier down in the count, 0-2. High upstairs, did not get him chasing. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. So, after 3 hits, a walk, 3 runs across the board, the Pioneers lead this contest 4-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. See if Spaulding can get things going. It'll be the likes of the 3, 4, 5 part of the lineup. Back with more here from Gill Stadium after this. It'll be Mason Ellison versus Michael Jeffrey to start things here in the top of the 4th, as Jeffrey got the best of Mason last time with a base on balls, and now is ahead in the count with the first pitch being out of the strike zone. But Mason comes back with a strike down the middle now to make it a 1-1 count. Now a little curveball that Jeffrey was able to take to go ahead 2-1. And now looking to get himself another base on balls. Michael Jeffrey certainly has a great vision here. And now we'll take, I thought the bat had crossed the top of the plate there for possibly a strike, but umpires did not see it that way. And now with a 4-0 deficit, Spaulding looking to get something going here. And we'll see what Bryce Bushway can do. A quick check on first. Cal Lucier ready for that. And so was Michael Jeffrey. Pitch inside. Bryce did not like that and was called a strike. And the ball gets away, which allows Jeffrey to move up to second base. Just the second time a Spaulding player has made it to second base in this contest, this time with no outs. Again, Spaulding with the victory on Saturday, is 2-1 win over Exeter, who had started the season undefeated for so long and was not able to get things going. And now a nice spin, but no one there to get him picked off. A 1-1 count here to Bryce. And it hits him. So the first two hitters for Spaulding are on. And Mason Ellison, having coach come out to chat with him for a moment here, has not had the accuracy that we had seen through the second and third inning. And now the whole infield comes together to make sure that they calm down and know what to do here. So just the first hit by pitch in this game for either side. And it'll be Brandon Scammon who will try to do his best here with getting a run in as Trinity ends their huddle and will get back to their respective places. And Scammon, who grounded out to Connor Hurley to end the first inning with a chance to get Spaulding on the board here. Pitch is called a strike. Outside curveball. Just hit a little piece of the white. Outside. So count goes now 1-1. Just over an hour into this contest now. Spaulding, their first time really getting a chance to put some runs up on the board. Now cranked over the scoreboard. A little too much of a pull there. And now the count goes to 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and Scammon goes down for the first out. And another K here for Mason Ellison, who is trying to get himself back in a safe spot, not allowing any more runs, as he hasn't so far. Or any more base runners, I should say. And now we'll see what Colby Lambert can do. Colby takes the first pitch for a ball. Lambert was the victim of a strikeout as well to start the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Calls timeout there. Worked out pretty well, as it would have been a ball. Again, Jeffrey at second, Bushway at first. And back with a strike on the outside corner. Spaulding finished the season 7-11 last year, trying to get better. And a little soft hit ball going to be taken by Henderson to first. And Cal Lucy are able to catch that. Works as a sacrifice as Jeffrey and Bushway able to move up 90 feet. So are just one hit away from scoring to cut this deficit in half. And we'll see what Ty Lindsay can do. Ty was a victim of a strikeout. His first time up as well. First pitch is low for a ball. Mason Ellison trying to get out of a jam. Oh, a nice curve that has him swinging out of his shoes. New Balances are comfortable. Good for running. Let's see if Ty can get a hold of one. And he misses on that one and looks up at the sky here at Manchester's Gill Stadium in disbelief that he missed that. And now has fallen behind 1-2. Mason Ellison sends it out, but now Ollie Service ranging in is not able to make that. 2 runs will come around as a double here. Have the Spaulding Red Raiders on the board, 4-2. Ty Lindsay able to send one out, and Ollie Service, who seems like he's in a little bit of pain here, having fallen, and we'll see if he's all right, as losing his sunglasses, his hat. Would have been a magnificent play, but just was not able to keep that in his mitt. And now the tying run up to the plate here. We'll see what Aiden Locke can do. Takes a first pitch inside. Aiden flew out to left field his lone time up. So he's 0 for 1. He's going to pop one up on the rooftop. Ollie Service still got to be disappointed that he was not able to catch that. He's still looking at his glove and how that did not stay in. And now Mason Ellison having a little mind games with the Aiden Locke. Aiden, 0-2 count. Just misses inside. Mason wanted that to be strike 3. But Aiden knows the strike zone very well. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. And very high pitch. Henderson reaching to the sky to keep that from getting beyond him. Now popped up. Connor Hurley looks to call for that and will get that. So after a tough inning, a walk hit by pitch and a double allows the Pioneers to score, but the Raiders to score, but it's the Pioneers who still lead it 4-2. We'll see what their bats can do as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Levine, Henderson, and Centurino due up. The 7-8-9 part of the Trinity Pioneers lineup due up in the bottom of the 4th. Just their second time up to bat. And Nolan Levine takes the first pitch and wears that well with a hit by pitch. And he'll make his way up to first base. They're playing the eye of the tiger before his at bat. And certainly he will feel that pitch for a little bit. And Levine is on for his second time. He was 1 for 1 and had singled back in the second. And we'll see what he can do on the base paths as he was stranded at third base. And Hunter Henderson, who grounded out too short, is 0 for 1. Will try to do better this time. And pitch inside. Ball kind of pops out of the glove here for Aiden Auger, so he's got to be careful here not to get too relaxed. Levine with a good-sized lead at first. See if Aiden goes back to a fastball here. He does, and it's called a strike. On a beautiful 60-degree day. A lot of motorcycles out and about here today. You can certainly hear them on Valley and Maple right now. Roger taking a look, and now we're called a timeout. Both teams have players warming up on their respective sides. I'll get those names in just a moment after this pitch. For Trinity, looks like warming up will be Mason Duvall, excuse me. So might be having a Mason day. 2-1 count here to Hunter Henderson, though. Inside, ball kind of gets away, and I saw some catcher's interference on this play, and we'll see if Spaulding coaches come out to discuss things. We're waiting to see, and it looks like Levine will be credited with that stolen base as he now stands at second. Henderson kind of was a little bit in the way on that, trying to get out of the way from the inside pitch. Comes back with a strike, so count goes full. Trinity looking to continue scoring some runs. Scored 3 in the third. Looking to do damage here in the fourth. A check swing that goes off the railing on the dugout. So we'll do it again for the full count. Roger has thrown a lot of pitches here. And hits him here, so nice job by Hunter to get that ball back to him. But now you got to wonder if Spaulding will have to go to their bullpen, and warming up was Bryce Bushway, who is their designated hitter, and we'll see if this is it for Aiden. With a pitcher warming up, Aiden has thrown a good amount of pitches through these 3+ innings, but with hitting back-to-back players here, can only wonder that his time might be through. But will be facing his 18th hitter in Chris Centurino. And Chris is 0 for 1, having popped up. But we'll see if they put on a sacrifice as well with 2 runners on. Both coaches leave and players go back to their spots. And we'll see what they decide to do with the second baseman. Centurino calls time. Wants to make sure he gets the sign correctly. Bats on his back. No bunt attempt just yet. And there he goes. Finally lays it down, but now running in from shortstop is Colby Lambert. Centurino looking for his first pitch here. Now a little pickoff move to second is not in time. Kevin Bolduc right there, able to see it cleanly. But a great attempt to get Nolan Levine. A lot of pressure here on Spaulding, who were able to score 2 in the top part of the inning. Now trying to avoid giving up 2 here in the bottom. And a lot of mind games going on here. Centurino now steps out of the batter's box again. Still waiting for his first pitch. Inside, called strike. Able to just cut back on the back part of the plate for strike one. Centurino crowds the plate a bit. Little ground ball. This could be a 5-3 double play. Not what Chris Centurino had in store after swinging at that pitch, but a great job from the shortstop position. And Ty Lindsay has been starting to make things happen. He had the 2 RBI double and now gets himself a double play. But now it'll be the top of the lineup with Ollie Service. And Ollie's had himself a good little day so far. A single and a double, has scored 2 runs. And now a pickoff move that's not close at all. Hunter Henderson, the lone base runner on, looking to score from second if able to. And now Ollie's going to send that out. This will go to left field, and they're going to stop the runner here. So Ollie Service with his 3rd hit of the day. And the Pioneers now have runners at the corners with 2 outs. And now we will get the pitching change as Aiden Auger will be taking out after facing 19 batters in this game. And has given up 4 runs, and coach takes the ball, gives him a handshake, a little bit of a pat on the back, and his day is through. We'll see if they decide to have him pinch hit or anything like that. But now Bryce Bushway will take over the pitching duties. We've seen him, his bat. We'll see what his pitching can do and give him some time to warm up here as Kyle Heavey with Manchester Public Television will be back for the remainder of this 4th inning right after this. Bryce Bushway ready to go here for his first batter, and it will be Tristan Luce here. He takes the first pitch and able to move up from first to second was Ollie Service with a stolen base. So he has himself a second stolen base of the day, and now runners will be at second and third. And Bushway sent out into right field and able to catch that. So a long 3rd out, and Bryce Bushway is cherishing that by not allowing the Pioneers to score any more runs. For Aiden Auger, his day, 19 batters faced, 18 hits, 4 runs, 1 base on balls, 3 Ks, and 2 hit by pitch. But it's Spaulding who are still with a deficit. Will head to the top of the 5th with the Pioneers and Spaulding still going on, 4-2 Pioneers. As we start the top of the 5th inning, it is the Pioneers who are still playing defense here, trying to get things going here to get themselves another victory. And a lot of changes here from both sides, but Mason Ellison still pitching. A little ground ball. Connor Hurley will take this and fire it over to first for the 6-3 out. So an easy 1 down here for the Pioneers, who, again, are just cruising along here. We had a 4-0 lead, and now it is just down to 4-2. And that was Cole Enman, who has now done the pinch hitting here for Alex Locke. So we'll see if Alex Locke's day is through. And now it'll be Trevor Cormier. Trevor is 0 for 1, popped out to Centurino at second base his last time up in the 3rd, but also did walk in the 1st inning and takes 2 consecutive pitches for a strike. And a swing and a whiff there, and down goes Cormier, and another strikeout there for Mason Ellison, who, besides having a little struggle there with hitting a couple batters and walking in that 4th inning, has already got 2 down And it'll be Owen Nesbitt again. Owen is 0 for 2. Has himself a strikeout and also flew out to Ollie Service in right field. Mason missed with that first pitch. Gets a new baseball and check swing, and they're going to say that he went. Kevin Bolduc said that his bat crossed the plate, and now we have a 1-1 count. Great vision from the first base side umpire. And now another swing and a miss, so got to be careful here, does Nesbitt. Was the first victim of a strikeout. Ball low. Count goes 2-2. Mason with 7 Ks. Looking for number 8. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And now sent out. Ollie Service fighting the sun. Now going back a few steps and is able to catch that for the 3rd out. So another 1-2-3 inning here for the Pioneers. And they will get their bats going. And we'll see the likes of Logan Whitney, Connor Hurley, and Tristan Hasselbeck. Pioneers haven't scored in a couple innings. We'll see what they can do here in the bottom 5th after this. The 3-4-5 part of the lineup for the Pioneers for the 3rd time in this contest. And we'll see what Logan Whitney can do. Logan went down by way of a strikeout his last time. Takes a first pitch from Bryce Bushway, who is just dealing with his second batter. Came in the bottom of the top of the 4th here. Now popped up onto the rooftop. We'll see if this gets over, if that's on the roof. It looks like it made it over towards Valley Street. And a count goes to 1-1. Logan has not hit the ball well so far in this contest. Hit into a fielder's choice that scored a run. And look at that. Able to send one out to left field to silence the commentator here. And Logan now able to be on first base cleanly and looking to make things happen here in this bottom of the 5th. And Connor Hurley, who had himself a infield single his last time, will be the next batter. But now we'll see if there's some changes here for the Pioneers, as they might switch out Whitney for a different runner. We'll see what they decide to do. And that is exactly what we're going to see here, is John Herman will come out and be the new base runner as he rips the helmet off of Logan Whitney. So Logan will still be able to stay in the game as the hitter, but now we'll see what John Herman can do from the first base bag with some speed. And Connor takes the first pitch, goes for a ball. Connor credited with an RBI as well from that infield single before running from first home on the triple by the man on deck and Tristan Hasselbeck. Quick throw over to first. Herman able to get back in time. Owen Nesbitt has got to be careful here. The sun kind of creeping a little bit further and further to the west. Makes it difficult for anyone on the first base side. Connor tried to bunt it. Unsuccessful on that pitch. We'll see if he can do it again. This is a very quick surprise bunt. And a quick throw over to first again. John is back safely. Very tense situation here. Trying to move the runner up. See if Connor Hurley does not swing at that pitch and is outside for ball 2. So Bryce certainly trying to utilize that outside part of the plate, but has not hit it for a strike yet. Bryce taking a moment here. Herman, good size lead at first. Now takes off. The throw is a good one. Oh, it just bounces away. And Herman is able to be safe with a stolen base. So now a runner just 180 feet away. And Connor Hurley took that for ball 3. So he's in a hitter's count with 3-1. Does he even get himself another RBI? And it goes for ball 4. And Connor, I don't think was aware of that. Just kind of stood there for a moment. And he throws his batting gloves and protective equipment. And now with no outs, runners at first and second for a big hitter in Tristan Hasselbeck. Tristan is having himself a good day. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, but has been straight on base twice now. Let's see what he can do here with a pitch from Bryce. Inside, nearly hit him. Bushway delivers. Call the strike. Came back with the curve. Both pitchers doing a great job. Not a lot of foul balls in this contest. Not had to be at the mercy of running out of baseballs today. And back with another curve that Tristan watches go past him for strike 2. A little trickery here. A lot of red on the field today. Obviously, Trinity in the red jerseys with white pants, while the Spaulding Raiders are in their red pinstripes. Try to get him chasing. Tristan did not fall for it. Count now 2-2. Hurley at first. Herman at second. Ready to go. And this one hits him in the helmet. And the bases are now full of Pioneers. Thankfully, it was a curveball. Not a lot of speed on it. Did not phase Tristan at all. So for the third time in this contest, he is on base. And now a big spot for Cal Lucier. Cal is 0 for 2 on the day. Flown out to left field and struck out his last time up. But a big spot here with the bases loaded and no outs. Bryce Bushway, got to be careful here. First pitch sent out to right field. Ranging back, able to catch it. But this will work as a sacrifice as Herman, pinch running for Logan Whitney, is able to come around and score. So a sacrifice fly for Cal Lucier. And now it is the Pioneers who lead this contest 5-2 as Cal gets some love. Now runners are at the corners as moving up was Connor Hurley from second. So now we'll see what Nolan Levine can do. See if they take off stealing on the first pitch. And now sent out into left field for an RBI single. Levine helps the cause as well and gets himself an RBI single. And the Pioneers put 2 up on the board, now leading this game 6-2. And still with only 1 down, things are starting to feel good. And Hunter Henderson gets the sign from Coach Matt as alarm being sounded somewhere around here. And Hunter Henderson, this might be sounding the alarm here if he's able to get a hold of one. And he swings at the first pitch towards the dugout for strike 1. It's a very annoying sound from either the bowling alley or the office building across the way at Valley Street. But Hunter like to get on a little chopper that's going to go foul. Ty Lindsay was ready for that one if need be. But it goes for a second strike. So Hunter got to be careful here. Sending one left, sending one right. Bryce gets a sign. Outside. Now his attempted steal, and he is safe. So runners now at second and third after Hasselbeck and Levine able to move up 90 feet. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Now the infield coming in. And the ball gets away, gets past, and this allows another run. So a mistake right there for a pass ball allows Tristan Hasselbeck to come around and score. And now a 5-run lead here for the Pioneers. And still, again, only 1 down. Bryce Bushway having some difficulties here. Pitch just misses. Three balls, 2 strikes. And he misses for ball 4. So Henderson able to get himself on base for the second time as he was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. And now here he is on base in the 5th. And now we'll see what Chris Santorino can do. Chris is 0 for 2, hitting into a double play his last time. The only player for the Pioneers who has not gotten on base just yet. And that is called a balk. The Pioneers will get themselves another run as Nolan Levine able to do a nice little walk down to the plate. And now moving up is Henderson. And now the score 8-2. Inside pitch called a strike, and Chris falls behind in the count. Tough inning here for Bryce. Bounces one in, and Hunter a head first slide into third as just 90 feet away. Ball kind of gets away here for a moment as Trevor Cormier had to get that from second base. Again, a sac fly from Santorino will score another here. 1-1 count. And he takes a outside pitch for a strike. 1-2 count. Chris got to be careful. Inside, nearly hit him. Count now goes to 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Now sent up. This could be a tough play. Not able to get that. And Centery gets himself an RBI single. And another run for the Pioneers as they get their 5th run here in the 5th. And now lead this contest by a score of 9-2. As Spaulding has had the wheels come off here in the 5th. They're only down 2 runs coming into this inning. And now Bryce Bushway having a disastrous time, and most likely the ball will be taken away and his day will be through. Gets a nice handshake, and Bushway, his day is through as he faced only 7 batters and only got 2 of them out, allowing 5 to score. So we'll take a break here again for another pitching change. Still only 1 down. And a runner at first base as the Pioneers looking to add some more. And we'll give the new pitcher time to get things out, get things squared away. And we'll see what the defensive changes are back here from Gill Stadium for Trinity and Spaulding after this. Zach Hill, the new pitcher here for the Spaulding Red Raiders. And he will try to get out of this 5th inning. First pitch is way upstairs for a ball, and Hill, who looks good warming up, throws the first pitch with a batter in the box, and it will be none other than Ollie Service, who is 3 for 3 on the day. And quick throw over to check on Chris Centerino, who got himself an RBI single. Now Ollie will wait for his pitch here. And off the bat, try to jump out of the way and ends up going for a strike. And Ollie did not like the feel of that. So count goes to 1-1. Hill got some speed here. A little check swing. A foul pitch here that goes all the way down. And Ollie down in the count, 1-2. Centerino at first has to go back. For Bryce Bushway, 2/3 innings pitched, 8 batters faced, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs. A high upstairs pitch again. That curveball just does not seem to be working well. It might be the mound. I'm not sure what exactly is going on here. But Hill has looked good on 2 pitches and looks a little off on the other 2. Comes back with a bouncing ball. The count goes full. And Ollie Service able to come back. And we'll go to a full. And he misses. So for the 4th time, Ollie Service able to get to first base. This time with a base on balls. So Tristan Lucier with 1 down. We'll see what he can do here. Tristan was the last batter in the 4th inning, having flown out to right field. And takes the first pitch down for a ball. Some speed here on the base paths if Tristan can get a hold of one, but it goes ahead in the count, 2-0. No stolen base attempts so far, unless they do a double steal. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled. Oh, what a play first base coach, yeah, you can see the smile on his face, is able to field that cleanly and get the ball right back to Zach Hill. And now foul the ball the other way. Count now 2-2. Again, runners at first and second. 5 runs have come across already here in this bottom of the 5th. Ball low. Ball bounces away from Aiden Locke, but no runners, no movement from the runners. And for the second straight at bat, a full count. Zach Hill looking to find the zone. Oh, foul ball that goes a long ways. That goes across the street, almost nearly hit the Sweeney post, landed in their driveway. We'll look forward to Sweeney baseball in due time, but we got to get through this last week of ball, and Trinity already in the playoffs. And ball 4, so back-to-back base on balls, and the bases are loaded here for the Pioneers. One good hit, this game will be over if they're able to score 3 runs, and Logan Whitney is quite capable of that. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Did have himself a nice single to start this inning. Now he's up for the second time in here in the 5th. Was able to score the 5th run. Pitch upstairs for a ball. Whitney ready to go. Takes a pitch outside, so he goes ahead in the count 2-0. Four walks for the Pioneers in this inning. Very patient in the batter's box. And now Logan goes ahead 3-0. Do they give him the green light, or do they just say, hold off? It's going to be a fun question. You're already up 7 runs. I think with Zach's inability to throw strikes, you let him. And that's exactly what it is. So Logan Whitney gets himself an RBI base on balls, and Chris Centurino comes around for the 10th run for the Pioneers, and now they lead it 10-2. And this might be it for Zach Hill as well, as yes, they give the sign. So 3 batters face, 3 base on balls, and he gets a nice handshake from coach, but his day is now through. And for the 4th time, we'll get a new pitcher here for the Spaulding Red Raiders, who are on the ropes here. They can't allow any more runs, really, or they'll be 10 runs here in the 5th. We'll see what happens. Let the pitcher warm up and be back here from Gill Stadium on Manchester Public Television. Holmes, the new pitcher here for the Spaulding Red Raiders, as Connor Hurley fouls one towards the first base line for strike 1. And we missed the first pitch, which was a ball 1. And now with the bases loaded and 1 down, Connor Hurley could end this here with a single, with the score being 10-2, and he sends one out to right field. This is going to come a long way, and this will end the game here. It goes a long way, and Hurley gets himself a RBI double, and the score now 12-2. The dancing going on here for the Trinity Pioneers as they start to come out, and what a tough day here for the Spaulding Raiders, who come out to Gill Stadium and fall to the Trinity Pioneers by a score of 12-2. What a wild couple innings here in this 5th inning, which brings in 8 runs. And player of the game, I have to give it to Mason Ellison, who goes the complete game with just allowing 2 runs with 8 Ks. Total running time for this contest, 2 hours and 58 minutes. And for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you. We'll see Trinity the next 3 nights as well, as they will be back in their home barn at Derryfield Park for a 4 o'clock game versus the Concord Crimson Tide. So again, the final score here, 12-2, as the Pioneers now go up to 12-3, and the Spaulding Red Raiders fall to 5-10 on the record. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back with more baseball, softball, and lacrosse coverage on this spring 2025 season. So long for now.